Hi, everyone, and welcome to part one of our Cybersecurity Career Kickstart series. Before we dive into the live program, I want to make sure everyone starts with the same foundation, whether you've worked in IT for years or you're coming from healthcare, education, construction, finance, or any other field. This series will help us get on the same page before our first live session. Today, we're answering the simple question, what exactly is cybersecurity? Many people think that cybersecurity is just hacking. Well, it's not. Cybersecurity is simply the practice of protecting an organization's information, systems, network, applications, devices, people, data. And it's all about protecting those things from cyber threats. Every business that you can think of depends on some sort of technology, whether it's a bank, it's a hospital, it's a school, it's a government, it's a retail store, it's manufacturing, whatever industry you're thinking of, they rely on some sort of technology. If those systems stopped working, businesses lose money, they lose customers, trust, and sometimes lives can even be put at risk. So cybersecurity exists to reduce those risks. I want you to think of cybersecurity like protecting a house. So imagine your home. To keep it safe, you might have locks on your door. You'll have security cameras. You'll have outdoor lighting. You'll have smoke alarms. You have insurance. You have rules about who has the keys. Do you notice something? Not one single thing protects your house. It's layers. It's different things that you're doing to protect your house. Cybersecurity works exactly the same way. Organizations use many different layers to protect themselves. Some people write security policies, some monitor threats, some investigate incidents, some educate employees, some manage risk, some design secure systems. That's why there's so many different cybersecurity careers, and we've established that. That's why you're here. So the second thing I want you to take from this is that cybersecurity is not just technology. One of the biggest myths I want you to let go right now is that cybersecurity is only for technical people. Cybersecurity is also about communication. It's about leadership, problem solving, risk management, policies. It's about compliance. It's about decision making. That's why people from so many different careers successfully transition into this field. So your previous experience matters, and we are going to use it. Throughout this program, we're going to help you identify where your experience creates value. Third thing is the three goals of cybersecurity. So everything we do in cybersecurity comes back to three simple goals. The first one is to protect information. The second one is to keep systems running. The third one is to help organizations continue operating safely. As we move through the program, you're going to start seeing how every cybersecurity role contributes to one or more of these goals. So let me wrap this up. Today, I want you to remember one thing. Cybersecurity isn't about hacking. It's about protecting people, businesses, and information. And there are many different ways to contribute depending on your strengths and also depending on your experience. In our next lesson, we're going to explore why cybersecurity has become one of the fastest growing career fields and where all of these opportunities come from. Here's your activity for this. In 15 to 20 minutes, I want you to reflect. Take a notebook or open a document and answer these three questions. The first one is, think about an organization that you know well. It could be your current employer. It could be a previous employer. It could be your church. It could be where you volunteer, your doctor's office, your bank. I don't care. Think of an organization that you know of. It could even be your child's school. Write it down. And then I want you to list down what information do they need to protect. And then I want you to write down what technology they probably use to do that. And then I want you to write down what could happen if those systems stopped working. The second thing I want you to do is think about your career and write down at least 5 skills that you use every day. For example, communicating, organization, solving problems, documentation, managing people, following procedures, analyzing information, working under pressure, whatever it is. I want you to write down what you use, and don't worry whether it's related to cybersecurity. Just list it down. And then finally, the third thing I want you to do is answer this question. After watching this lesson, how has your understanding of cybersecurity changed? Bring your answers to the chat and start talking about it. Talk to the class, talk to other people who are in the cohort, write down what you are finding, and then let's start taking part in discussion and getting to know each other. Thank you.